I was watching Instagram. Yeah. So I saw an episode with a girl. Yeah, she's an artist. Yeah, I was peeping it out. Yeah, pretty much like and I saw some other stuff that I was looking through your Instagram. Yeah. I was promoting it on Facebook too, man. I was promoting it on Facebook. Yeah, so everybody's like, okay. I just joking around, like, it was loud, man. I ain't gonna do that. I don't do that. You don't do live? Facebook live? I could, yeah. But, that's cool. You gonna live? Yeah, I try to do it more often than okay. Does it save the video when you go live? I don't think so. It doesn't? That'd be cool if it saves it, then we can save it through there. Shit, I'll videotape it through show us. It's supposed to be at some show later, but it's all the way in Lakewood. What I could do, just get footage here. And blend it in with that. What's going on, everybody? This be a boy, DJ Anonymous, Sports Biz, podcast, episode 45. And I got a special guest on the show right now. He go by the name of Warnutz. What's going on? What's good, my homie? Chilling out here, Warnutz the loser. So before we get into the show, introduce yourself to the people. What's good? So yeah, my name, as you said, is Warnutz the loser. I'm a videographer, cinematographer, filmmaker. I work behind the scenes. Also, I'm a sound engineer, recording artist, a producer. I've been doing it for 20 such years, I would say. I've opened a couple studios out here in Florida, Broward, South Florida, down in Miami too. So I've just been doing it since, I would say, since the 90s. 90s out here. I'm also a lyricist from the heart. I've been doing it for a minute. I always represent. Love all the MC battles, everything. I always go out there. You can catch me anywhere with hip hop. Man.
Well, when you was younger, like when you start up, like you was like elementary school, middle school. What was like your first passion?
I was in elementary school. My first passion was comic books. Yeah, so I was an artist. I was drawing comics, and I was selling that too. But actually, I had left public school and they sent me to a gifted school. I would say like 5th grade, or 4th, 5th. And could have kept going, but eventually I got caught into the music thing. It took a whole different detour for me. So then that was kind of the end of that.
So what's more, Marvel, DC, or just all around the comics?
I like Marvel. I had DC, I had a Marvel, I had the Dark Horse, and I had there was a couple I can't even remember right now. But yeah, I had a couple. I had the RoboCop versus Terminator. I had the Ninja Turtles versus versus like Batman or something. Some crazy comic. Way back. I had comics. I got comics in the 80s still. I got comics in the first Venom.
Yeah.
Well, Spider-Man. He became. Yeah. He had the black suit. Yeah. Not Venom. Spider-Man is. I had that. I had the Punisher. Those Punishers too.
So you grew up in the era where, you know, comic books was like, it was was it, man. That's all you really had.
Yeah, it wasn't as big as now. I mean, back then it was like $2. You know, $1.50 for a comic. And I'm talking about it's like the 80s now. Like 88, you know, buying way back. That's why I got like 3 boxes, straight 80 comics until like 94 or something.
So did you like keep them all or did you like flip them?
No, I kept them. I got them all. I still got them in plastic and everything. Even though I don't collect as I should because I'm so busy doing other stuff now. But I still go out there, I go to Comic Cons, make cons, and try to, as much as I can, keep my hand to what's popping. I still have a passion for it. I want to get back into drawing and stuff.
Yeah, because like right now, like they have apps for like comic books and stuff like that. And also like they with all these shows like with Netflix and Hulu and stuff like that, coming out with all that lightning, Flash, like a whole bunch of like
Yeah, I've seen that. That's cool. Somebody told me about that too on Amazon. Now you can sell your, comics and all that, other shit and all that. That's cool.
Like some people they keep their stuff. Like one day they want to flip it. And stuff like that. Like I know comic books like. Now it's like I know it's worth a lot, but it's still mean a lot to a lot of people.
Yeah, I wanna get back into it. Another thing too, I wanna see if I do a cartoon. That's a passion. Cartoon, like a comedy cartoon.
Yeah.
That's more of a passion than doing a comic book. Because comic books are so played out. I've always thought like cartoon. Like Garfield, one of the cartoons is hilarious. So I was actually studying a bit for that, how to do it and all. It's a big process, man. It's different from music, but I said one day I'll do it. I'll see, I can draw, I can do it. It's just the animations, doing it, because it takes a procedure.
Would you one day, like, which is dope, to have your cartoon, or maybe even one day, superhero, blended with your music?
That'd be cool. Yeah, I would like to do that, With music, that'd be cool. I've seen it before, though. They've been doing it.
Especially like the anime, they do that a lot.
Yeah, I saw, what's his name? MF Doom. And he did the, what was that cartoon with the soda and the French fries? They talk. It was an Adult Swim.
Adult Swim. Like, my name is...
that cartoon was huge, man, at that time. It's been a minute.
That's like early 2000.
Yeah, that's
most
like
kids don't even know about it.
But at that time, when I was in college at that time, it was huge. And then I noticed that MF Doom was mixing that with that, and he had hip-hop sounds. Or like the Boondocks, you know what I mean? But my thing would be more just to do a funny, person. A funny ass cartoon. You know what I'm saying? So there was a show, a recent cartoon I was watching. It's like a fox and a bird. Some dumbass shit, but it's on Nickelodeon.
I think I know what you're talking
about. It's called The Rock Show or some shit. The regular show.
The regular show.
Shit, I mean, laughing. It just made no sense,
I mean, with me, like, I like my old 90s to early 2000s, cartoons and stuff like that. Like, it just don't compare.
No.
I feel like, for me, real cartoon probably started when I was in high school, so I was like 2008, 2009. It's some that I watch with my nieces and nephews. Right now, there's nothing really watching. They trying to do old shows.
That's true. I mean, the 80s and 90s, they had classic cartoons. You can't top those cartoons like Tom and Jerry.
Yeah, that's
The Simpsons, are they still going?
Yeah, they're like on 29.
So they've been hot, all those cartoons. I mean, even X-Men. Like, they had those Marvel cartoons. Spider-Man. Oh, that shit was classics, man. I didn't know about that too.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. I was just watching Spawn, like animated series on HBO.
Yeah.
I didn't even know he was black.
I didn't know that either.
I think the creator, I forgot his name, but he told me that the original Spider-Man is actually black.
Oh, okay.
You know, so a lot of people,
I didn't know that.
they think because he got a mask on and stuff, they, you know, when he told me in the comic books, you know, he always had the mask on, but he was like, he was black.
That's why they were trying to put Childish Gambino in Spider-Man. See, there was some history there. That's why.
So it's crazy shit, but like when it comes to the music, was it like middle school, high school, like when did you start like become an artist or just be involved with some music?
I'll say around 10 years old I started getting into it. Because hip hop was like growing at that time. This had to be like what, 1990, 91. And when the whole crisscross came out, I think music hip hop just exploded.
I was in like
in that era.
Yeah, I was like 92. So.
Yeah, so I mean before that it was popping. I mean 80 years, I'm talking about 87, those years, my sister loved music, so she raised me while I'm jamming to all this music and watching. And then, you know, when the 90s came in, MTV or raps and all that, and it just started blowing up, and I became such a fan. I mean, that was all I did, you know, watching Chris Cross and the Naughty by Natures and the Public Enemy. Actually, the Public Enemy. De La Soul, you know. Honestly, like, I think those times, classics, you know. Everybody at that time was dropping hits, classics.
And it wasn't like
no internet. There was no internet.
No internet. Yeah. Nothing wasn't the same.
Yeah, it was brand new.
Yeah.
It was brand new. That's why people, you know, not that many people were doing it. Yeah. That's another one.
So how was you when like people like Uncle Luke and Scarface started to come up from the South?
Yeah. Well, out here we were jamming to that because they used to have we had the bass tapes.
Yeah.
So, you know, Cadillacs and all that. And rest in peace, my stepbrother. He used to jam out to them bass tapes. He had a bunch of bass tapes, and then Luke came in, and you know, the Two Live Crew and all that. We were jamming to that heavy. This was like 90, 91, I think.
Yeah, I had this on my homework, and I didn't even know like
he was huge at that time.
Yeah, they was beefing with Dr. Dre. And,
yeah.
How was that, like living in that?
I had heard they had came out here for an event. Mm-hmm. They came out here and a big scuffle happened. Because I mean, Dre at that time was like, you know, he was big and that he was blowing up after. That was right after the NWA, and then he became. Then he started doing his own thing. With Death Row. And he was just like doing his own thing that he was doing. When Luke got here was huge. Two Live Crew. We had all of them tapes, man. And Uncle Luke, Uncle Al. I mean, the mixtapes and all that. We used to bump those. It's way back. You know what I'm saying? Booty music. You go to the parties, that's all they had. Booty music. And it was about bass. We used to every car we had, we used to ride. And we used to put the subwoof, build it. Yeah. Bass, bass. It was about who had the most bass.
Yeah, that's. I think that's a southern thing because you know, I heard stories about that.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, like whoever had like the best truck, bass and stuff like won a competition.
Yeah. It was huge out here. And it was a big market for that. I mean, I would buy speakers left and right. Yo, you got some speakers? We're buying them off the trunks, man. It's crazy. I mean, you don't do that now. Now it's kind of like, but back then they were valuable, man. Pioneers. You know what I'm saying? All that.
So when did you like first start writing?
I got into music, like really like, got into it. I shit you not, it was Dre, around 94. Started getting into it, I was becoming a fan, but it was just fan. Yeah. And then when Tupac they signed Tupac again, and they released him to Death Row, that California song, Love California, that beat was like, it blew my mind. Honestly, I've always been with the beats first.
I was like that too.
Yeah, I said, this beat is crazy, dog. That was like, I said, Dre's, and then that I started memorizing the rhymes. Believe it or not, it was Tupac, that first song. started memorizing it, you know, writing his lyrics, and after that, it turned into me writing some rhymes too. And this was, I was like 10, 11, 12, you know, so. And then I just kept going from there. I would just write lyrics for every song I had, like, you know. It was just fun for me. I was like, let me write the lyrics so I could jam to it better. And then next thing I know, I'm like, let me write a rhyme. You know what I'm saying? I want to have fun with it. Because, you know, they'll have the little break beats and they would just be the instrumental. Yeah. So then you're like, but it wasn't like, yeah, I want to be rapping. No, I just love jamming. Yeah. So and they just kept leading.
So did you like maybe like I guess like talent shows in school?
Yeah. That all started around 16. Yeah, 16, like I was with Warnutz. And then 16 I started doing like parties, you know, little backyard parties. And high school, yeah, talent show. But the funny thing, I would go do talent shows in other high schools. I wasn't doing not in mine for some reason.
What high school you went to?
I went to America. Okay. Right here. So, but I started doing shows in Roman here, there, so. And then, you know, with hip hop, you start meeting connects from everywhere. So you start having friends, or not even friends from that high school. Yeah. And I had got it off the rip, picked it up quick, so we started meeting all the best rappers from H, from here, from there, even from down over to was that high school all the way down there in Palaka. Oh no, Central. Central, yeah, we got some guys over there, good, talented kids, man. I shit you not, talented, yeah, talent at 17. Shit. We linked up after that. This was 16, 17. We almost got signed to like Warner Brothers. Shit you not.
So like what happened? Like what happened with the whole situation with Warner Brothers?
Yeah, we went to a BMI party. They had a party at South Beach, so we would do shows, parties, and all that. And Cool G, I believe his name was, 99 Jams at that time. They were working us out. We would do drops. So we would go to these parties. Juvenile was there, all the Sparks. Bow Wow was there. Even Alicia Keys, she had just came out. Fresh. I mean, now you think like, what the heck? But things didn't go as planned because we had too many managers. And there was too many guys in the camp we had. It was like 10 guys, six managers. So when, you know, the contracts came in, everyone they wanted to piece off 50 here, 50 there.
Yeah, so like it was pretty.
And then it was just everybody was just clashing and no, we're gonna take them two only and we're gonna leave us behind. I said, you know what, I'm done. And I was young, man. I was like 18, man.
So you already knew how the industry was.
Yeah, man. We were winning shows and everything, man. We were moving quick. I mean, it's life, you know.
So what happened after that?
After that, I left. I did my own thing. In 1920, I started. I was always a producer. I always had a studio since I was like 13, 14. Had drum machines, all that. So by the time I was 19, 20, I just did my own thing. I said, you know what, I'm gonna leave everybody, I'm gonna do my own thing. And started making my own music, beats. And I ended up working for Telemundo Studios. I worked there for a bit. I was working for a TV show called The Roof. Back in the days, yeah.
I probably, you know.
It was a reggaeton TV show. Back in like 2002 or one of them years.
Maybe I had friends because I had a lot of Cuban and Dominican friends.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I had cable. Yeah. I probably watched it.
Yeah.
So how was that? Like
it was cool. It was a learning experience. You know what I'm saying? So I got to learn. I was a sound engineer guy. So I was just learning from a real sound engineer. I was like doing the internship. And I got the job. I was there. I was the producer's assistant. You know what I mean? Got to see how the things worked out there. And then, you know, I got kind of bored. It was just repetitive, you know? I didn't know TV shows like that, same old thing every day. And after that, what year was that? I was going to school at that time, too. I was studying. I was going to one of these sound engineering schools still, so. And it was just too much for me, so I bounced. And I just kept doing my music, man. I kept doing mad shows. I was doing mad shows at those times, like. And during that time, from like the mid-2000s all the way to like 2010, I eventually opened the studio. I eventually opened a studio down in Miami. and I had a lot of clients. But the problem was that, you know, I was kind of like running the show by myself, and it was tough. You know?
Yeah,
I had my day
man.
job, doing the sound engineering, and I was draining myself, man. Draining myself. So I closed it. After a year and change, I closed it.
So I was like, did you have like any big bands or up-and-coming artists that was clients that eventually?
Well, mainly locally, just locally around the area, you know, local artists, you know, artists that were kind of popping, you know, in their blocks, neighborhoods, you know. And people knew me, you know. They were like, okay, let's go to this guy. He knows how to mix, you know. I had been doing it for a minute, so I got into that world. I wasn't like really doing my music, you know.
Yeah.
And then there was just so many artists in there that like they just training me, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, you know what? Somebody had told me like, yo, when you get back into music, you really good at what you do, you know. You always help me. I said, yeah, I think I'm gonna do that now. There was just so many artists I had going in there that mixing and do this and do that. I said, you know what? Close this and go back to my shit, you know.
Like as an engineer, because like it's something that I always want to ask engineers. Like, what is like how is it like working with different artists and stuff and mixing and mastering? How is like the experience? Like what's the positive and the negative?
Sound engineering, man, you gotta have a lot of patience, man. I mean, patience, and you gotta know what you're doing. Like, you gotta know, because sometimes people, you may know all the answers, but somehow there's always a question that pops up. You're like, what? It's like out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
No, you think you can do my vocals and add this and that? And then it flips your whole thing. Then you gotta go in there, you know, do this and that. Basically, get creative with it, you know what I mean? There's some reverbs and all that. So, and you know, in the long hours too, that was kind of like the thing for me, being a sound engineer is like, you gotta be there all day, man, all day, because mixing, even though I've been mixing for years, 20 years, but you mix, and it sounds great, you hear it in the car, there's always something that's not right, you know, you're like, you gotta keep going and going. You could be mixing a record for maybe a month. That could be one song, two. Now, I mean, as you get the skill, you can mix albums like quick. I can mix an album in like a month, you know, 2 months. You start getting your little techniques, your skills, your trades, and all that. You apply that.
So what happened after you closed down?
After I closed that was like 09. I closed it. It was like 08. I closed it. And then I had moved over here more up north, so I had moved. I built another studio over there, and I was just focusing on my music. So I got back into it. I remind this like 2009. Started working. Then I went heavy. Those years like 2010, 11, 12. It was strictly recording. I was doing mixtapes. I did like 8 mixtapes, albums, and I did like 5 albums, you know. And
when I look you up on iTunes, like you do like a lot of body of work.
Yeah. And my thing was that at that time I started doing so much stuff that I had the program to do video and all that, but it wasn't what it is now. It wasn't so advanced as it is now. So I let it go. I saw it look like Nintendo. It looked like Nintendo, so it was too slow. I said, well, I'm not even gonna get into the studio. But not knowing that you need your videos for an album, I was doing too much music for videos. You know? So those 3-4 years I just did bad work. And then what is it, 2012? I did so much, I said, somebody's like, yo, you gotta get out of the studio. And it was true, you know, so in 2013, I started doing shows. I got out there. I said, I'm done with this. More recording for me. I got it all out there. Got back out to the shows, man. Ron, getting out there, tearing shit up.
Like doing like the cyphers and all that.
Cyphers, all that. Cyphers, MC, freestyles, and all that. Those years I was happy. Going out there, open mics. You know what I mean? Linking with the best out here.
So how was your first experience going to like performing in the show like for the first time?
I had to get back in the groove, man. It's like the gym. I remember I had a boxing, you know? I was kind of rusty and muscle, but Yeah, it had been like I say 2 years since I had been out there, and I got into it quick. You know what I'm saying? A couple, maybe a show or two. I started getting my groove. By the time third show, I was like, all right, we ready. Started doing mad shows. Started meeting with other promoters. Promoters started linking me up with other promoters. Like, yo, let me do a show over there. This was like 2013. I started doing mad shows out here in Broward for a lot of them. Came back and did a couple shows out there. I did that till like maybe I did that for like 2 years.
2 years, yeah.
After that, I moved to California. Yeah, I went out there in 2015 and lived out there till like close to like 2017. I think.
What's the difference is because I've been to LA a couple months ago and I was there for 2 days and I started noticing a big difference. It's a bigger city. I'm like,
it's a big city.
It makes Miami look like
it's small compared to it's huge, man. When I went to LA, I didn't know how huge it was.
Even New York and shit, like LA is way bigger than New York too. Like, it's crazy.
Which one? Out of New York, you said?
Yeah, like I had shout out to my girl Winona Denise. She's an artist from Jersey. A lot of artists from Jersey go to New York and stuff. But she started going to California. She actually out there right now.
Okay.
Just to build her. She was telling me like, yeah, it is way bigger than New York. Like, I never been to NY. She was explaining to me the difference. Like, LA is like spread out.
Yeah, spread out.
I was like 2 hours, hour and a half away from my company, so I was like, man. And it's still considered LA.
Then with LA, it's like you gotta drive to 162, it's like an hour and a half. So that's why when they say you have an audition or whatever, you gotta leave like at, you can be there at 1 p.m. It's not like here, 10 a.m., be there at 9 a.m. Over there it's 1 p.m. They say that because the traffic is crazy.
It's worse than
the traffic. And there's like 6 lanes and it's still packed. I mean, this is baby compared to LA. Size, traffic, I didn't know how humongous that was, man. It's crazy. I mean, I started getting a little irritated by the traffic. I was like, dang.
I was like, we got traffic, but not like you can. Like mine, you gotta like.
It's getting hectic now.
But you still gotta catch. Like you still know what time traffic starts. Today is like pretty much the whole day.
If you want to go to the beach, good luck. Be there 2 hours, man. You know what I'm saying? Trying to. No, not even. No, yeah, like 2 hours, man. I used to live in Los Angeles to get to the beach. Like, I did a couple auditions or whatever, VH1 and stuff. A couple videos too. I was out there. Man, I'll get there late sometimes, man. I'll be there like 20 minutes late. Like, yo, what happened? I said, there's traffic, man.
A lot of them said that they like our waters over here better than over there.
What? Like you talking about
California? They say our water is clear, it's cleaner. And it's tropical. Over there, people don't realize that if you ever been to LA, it's like the desert. The West Coast is like
basically, it's a desert.
So it's just like I want to live here. I'll visit. Probably have like a house. Rich. I'll stay in my home. I'll go back to like Florida. Like, have a couple places up in Atlanta somewhere. When you're in LA, you kind of miss the East Coast flavor. You start missing it. I was missing it. You know what I mean? And it's funny because I'm moving in, they say I'm East Coast. I'm like, nah, not really. I'm from Florida. New York. So, the whole East Coast, you have that flavor. LA is a whole other ballgame. They really are not, they have their own swag, their own thing. I was like, wow, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's really, you see it in the movies, but it's really like that. Like,
even the city looks like that.
Like even the state, like I was asking like how far, I'm a tourist, so I'm like, how far is it? Like, how far is like Oakland? Like 8 hours. San Diego is like 2 hours.
Like 3 hours.
So So I'm like, damn, like, really?
I have a homie in San Francisco, so I was like, all right, cool, I'm gonna meet you. How long is it? It's like 5, 6 hours. No, 6 hours. I said, whoa, 6 hours. That's a whole nother state. No, good. No, I can't do that right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which is not bad. I mean, the same thing here going to Atlanta. You know, it's like 6 hours.
Yeah, like going to Pensacola is about the same.
But over there, you're still in the same state. You keep driving, you're still there. You still gotta drive 2 more hours. You're still there. To go to Seattle, it was like a whole nother day to try to.
Yeah.
It's huge, man. But like you said, though, Atlanta's a big desert. I drove. I never flew out there. I drove from here. I drove over there. Drove back. When you're driving through the whole thing, it's all desert. And you notice it becomes like a city. And then the thing over there, they ain't got no water, man. They be, you know what I'm saying? They have no rain or nothing.
Yeah, it's crazy. The one thing I love about LA though is get cool at night.
That's cool at night, yeah.
I love that. Like I was Miami.
Got that. Yeah, wish Miami. Everybody says that. Yeah, they say that. And you know what's cool about LA is the filming, man. Everybody's filming. I mean, everybody you know they filming, got a camera. You know, you want to do a film or something? There's water out there.
So what was you doing out there?
Well, I went out there. I was doing this project, mixing, and we're doing a new project. But the project didn't come to, you know, the people I was with. They decided to clear. You know what I mean? It wasn't coming out as it should have. You know, so everyone's, you know, they saw LA was like, nah, no, I'm bouncing. So. The project I was working on had man beats and all that, so basically the project got canceled. And I was doing, I was mixing it, and that's it. All right, got canceled. Basically I was out there alone, so I stayed out there for a bit. And did some film stuff, you know what I mean? The auditions and all that they were calling me. But I decided to oh shoot, the camera went out over there. I decided to go back.
Yeah.
To come back over here because I want to get back into rap, you know what I'm saying? And I had homies that were telling me, yo, let's, you know, do the music videos and all that. And at that moment, I needed to do more music videos.
Yeah.
Remember I was telling you all the albums I did and
a
couple years back, I said, you know, and then I could do new videos, which I'm still doing now, incorporate a lot of people from South Florida, you know, so they can come out, you know, show a lot of talent that's out here. You know, so that's why I came back. Because over there, I wasn't really doing no rap after that. After my project was canceled, so let me come back out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's been like that ever since. You know?
So what you doing like right now?
Right now, I've been while I was traveling, I flew back to. I went to England.
Okay, how was that? I never been out there.
I just flew out there in this January.
Yeah.
Went out there, I got a homie of mine. Now we have an EP that we did a couple years back.
I think, what's his name?
T-Rock.
Yeah, I had heard him on one of your tracks.
Yeah, T-Rock. Shout out to T-Rock, man. He's dope, man. He's an artist too. And he's like if he's from here, from America, man. He rhymes.
Yeah,
he got his shit perfected, man.
Like I can hear the accent, but he sound like he's from over here.
Yeah. He's been studying it a lot. So we did an EP. I'm talking about a couple years back, you know, but it wasn't until now. I said, you know what, I'm gonna fly out there and we'll do the video. And when I went out there, we recorded new music. Started recording new music, and you know, we didn't finish what we did, so we just shot the video. I came back, but I will fly back because they want to see if they set up shows and stuff. And I like it out there, man. Very hip hop.
Yeah, that's why.
Very hip hop.
That's what a lot of people said that like. In England, they still buy CDs, pre-order and stuff like that, like the Netherlands and all that. Like,
I mean, I went to a show out there. This shit was packed, man, packed, like hip hop shit. It wasn't even like, you know, they don't give a fuck. They're not really jamming to, you know, what's popping out here.
Yeah, you ever thought about just focusing your music out there more because of that?
Maybe, yeah, I thought about it. Because I noticed like out there I've got people in Germany and recently shout out to Don Stormy, my dog, we just did a track. I've been hitting Nigeria. Nigeria. So I noticed how hip hop it is out there.
And Canada too, Toronto.
Canada, yeah. I haven't hit that side too much. I don't know, like, you know, but I know they're into that battle rap stuff. I've seen a couple of them
battle, the owners of those battle raps, they've hit me up. But Nigeria, Germany, and London, hip hop, man. I said, man, it's love out there, you know. And they into the art, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they get a lot of views out there. They do videos and they getting like 50K.
Yeah.
You know, over here it's hard for us to get.
Yeah, because
I'm
not even gonna lie. Like I thought about just, you know what? I'm just like, fuck it. Let me just focus on international, like anything, because especially with music, they appreciate it. Like they really appreciate music. Like I remember Waka Flocka a few years ago. He was like, he went over there because his music is more appreciated. It's just like,
it's good stuff.
You see a lot of artists transitioning slowly to international. Where it's like funny because the international people come over and they get the love that I feel like we deserve from our own country. But just like even like in the state, like when I went to LA, I'm like, damn, it's the city life, but it still had that hospitality where, you know, like, oh, you from Florida, so like they looking at like, I could get myself out there in that region because they know like the South is still you know, still making moves right now. So
I mean, because there's a lot of artists coming from Florida too. I mean, Lil Pump and all these guys.
What you think about the new artists right now?
I think it's dope, man. I mean, of course, like what they say, you know, that it's not you know, it's not lyrical or whatever or hip hop, but it's a whole new era, man. I mean, you can't fight that, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, our music was our music, that music is that now, you know what I'm saying? But I like it in the sense that I feel like these guys now, they grind, you know? They know how to get this shit out there, and these dudes get like 70K, you know, million views, you know what I'm saying? And, I mean, they did a recent show out here. What was it, Rolling Loud tour? Right here, I saw it. I said, damn, I've never seen a hip-hop tour that packed here in Miami right there like that first time. I mean, it was like packed, like I saw what's his name, Lil Pump, and the crowd was just like, it was just insane to me. It was like a wave of you couldn't even see people. All you saw was just a black shadow just of people, you know what I'm saying, and all type of people in there, man. I was like, yo, this is crazy. It looked like Germany or something. Like,
I actually hit up the owners of Rolling Loud. You know, hopefully they'll get back up with me. Like we set up something up. Yeah. Because it's something like I always want to interview like the creators of like these festivals, because I feel like that's another thing that the generation is taking advantage of, is the festival. Yeah. You know, you don't need radio like that no more, because radio is already. It's very different from, you know, when we was listening to it, you know, especially with you. Like, you know, the radio wasn't really about politics back in the day. So like right now, it's just like
that's true.
Even underground radio is politics right now. So it's just like
the thing too, man, is like so much social media that people have too much info of people. You know, back then it was hard to get info from people. Like, oh yeah, this guy was walking his dog and he fell, you know what I mean? And they got you know, they got video of that and all, and then that's what people want to hear. They want to talk about, you know, so much different stuff.
But would you think that like it would make like radio like even, you know, better because of like you got social media, you can find these artists and just like reach out to them and stuff like that? Because I'm pretty sure artists reach out to the radio stations and stuff like that. Yeah. I know it's not particularly the local stations' fault, because you know they gotta follow like All Hard and Cost Media and all that. But it's still like, you know, you still have the power to at least play like 5 or 6 you know, artists probably like every other 2 hours or something like that. At least because I get tired of listening to the same songs. It's like ridiculous. Like that's why I'm on iTunes or I go on YouTube, SoundCloud. Like,
that's what I like now. I mean, well, people have variety to choose from, but they still have the system like that. You know what I mean? Like when I was gonna work for Clear Channel one time with 103 to B. I'm talking about years back, and they had shown me the whole system, the rooms and all that, the back rooms, and these systems are automatic. They just playing the same songs over and over. All the you know, they just playing buttons, talk when they gotta talk, boom. Play oh shoot. they play the same songs, you know what I mean? So people, but now with internet, they could change up, you know, they could hear different, like back then it was hard for us to find that song that we liked, you know, damn, what's that song that you like, the underground song. Now it's like so much variety. That's why like you have so much different artists now coming out, different styles and this and that, you know. That's what I think.
That's what's up. So now let's get to the big, like the question I like to ask, you know, certain people, especially you, because you have more knowledge.
Yeah.
What you think about the eras of the 90s and the 2000s? Like, what you think was like the era that stood out the most?
I would say, well, not because I grew up in it, but I would say the 90s.
The 90s?
I think the 90s really stood out. I mean, because the 80s had the classics, you know what I mean? Those joints, there was the beginning, and there was the classics. But when the 90s came in, it picked up real quick. It was like, it was the fastest grow in 10 years, you know what I'm saying? When you look back, it was only 10 years, but there was so much stuff in the 90s, you know what I mean? And when you look from 91 till 99, I felt like it was way different already. It was like a whole nother world, man. Yeah. When you look to 2001 and 2009 and 10, it's not that different. I felt like it looked kind of the same to me. Like, it did change though, a big change. Not like the 90s though. Yeah. And 90s had a lot of classic acts, you know? A lot of classic acts that now we still go to the shows. And Cypress Hill, one of them, you know, De La Soul. People still go, they still pack houses, you know? And then you talking about 2000, right? You were asking? 2000 is dope. I think the 2000, the money started coming in. Yeah. So I remember I went to a party and I was dancing with Pharrell. Yeah. Pharrell wasn't that big at that time like that. Yeah. He was big, but he wasn't like what he was now. And Pharrell was just really, there was a bunch of artists coming out. And at that time, there was so much money being given in those contracts. Like, it was big videos. It was just back-to-back big videos with all these people. I'm like, damn, in 2000, everyone was like rich. Yeah. You know, they had, I don't know if you remember, but they had a show called 106 in Park.
Oh, yeah, of course. That was like
with Free and AJ and stuff. And at that time, to me, that was like a big move right there. They had a bunch of videos and great R&B songs in 2000s, you know? But I feel like a lot of those artists didn't remain classics, like classic acts like the 90s, you know? And then the 90s was just more crazy. You didn't get to that flashing era yet, you know? Everybody was just hardcore and live when they performed, and you know? But I think the 90s was the, you know, it was like a golden era, you know?
How was that East Coast, West Coast, like,
East Coast, West
Coast, especially downhill with, you know, I looked up a lot of interviews. They said a lot of people from down south, like the Master P's and everybody, were just like in the middle of it. You know, they were doing their own thing and stuff like that. Like, how was it?
Yeah, I mean, people in Miami really didn't. They kept doing what they do. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think it was. I think it was glorified. You know what I mean? It was over exaggerated. I mean, like they say, I think the media, they blew it bigger than what it was. You know, and you know, I don't want to get into how he got shot and all that, but you know, it was a situation that happened, but people had transformed that into like, you know, government, FBI, and this and all that, and then they started throwing that with the you know, with the East Coast and West Coast and all that, and I think it was just loony, you know what I'm saying? I think people just got caught up in the moment, and it wasn't, you know, the magazines, I think they just wanted to make a buck off of that, you know? And look how much they pushed it. I mean, that happened for like a year, right? All that, and they pushed it, and then, you know, this guy got shot, and then, you know, Biggie got killed, you know, for mad young, man. He was like, they were both just coming up. They were like fresh,
24,
man.
25.
We didn't even really see them.
Yeah, they wasn't even in their prime yet.
Not even, man. They had just came out. Like it was like they had been out, but in like blown up like that. It was like 2 years the most. You know, so
it's crazy because I always like to ask, like especially like someone that's older, that's old enough to see that
Yeah.
all this stuff going on, like NWA and the East Coast West Coast beef, the emerge of the South and stuff like that. Like I just like, you know, answering the questions to the old people and stuff. So.
I think it was just overreacting. People just over exaggerating. You know what I'm saying? The media and all that. They just blew it out of proportion, and it wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? Remember when they had the social wars and everybody was like beefing and all that? You know, I mean, at that time when all that was happening, a lot of them, it was brand new to them too. Like, they was like, what the hell's going on here? You know what I'm saying? I mean, they had the little altercations before that and after that, you know what I mean? Yeah, I've heard little stories here and there, but it was like, what the hell? Yeah. You know, I think media was just hyping people up. Yeah. It's like when you get into a fight, you got your man's right there, yo, punch him, man, punch him. And then you're like, you won't let him talk to you like that? Yeah. I felt like that a lot of that was happening. So, then when those guys got shot, everything went... Everything got shut down. And it's crazy because then after that, I felt like hip-hop took a whole nother turn. It was like as we say, I think 98 was like a big year, man. I think 98, a lot of hardcore artists came out. That I think 98 is one of the best years.
Yeah, my cousin, I think he said the 97 or 98.
98. I would say 98.
98 was the best years?
Yeah, 98.
Like Busta Rhymes.
98 was like one of the best. I would say it's probably up there. 98 was like DMX came out, you know, Big Pun. Yeah. It was hardcore. It was no holding back.
Yeah, Trick
and
Daddy.
That was the music. It wasn't like 96, it was more like we were dancing.
Yeah.
But when it got to 98,
what was like your favorite like albums in that year?
That year, I like the Outkast. What was that? I forgot the name of the album. Aqua or something? Aquarius or something? That album, I was jamming to Junior Mafia. DMX, Jay-Z. Jay-Z had just came out though. Yeah, it just came out. So it wasn't really like his album wasn't. The first one was dope though, the Reasonable Doubt, but I think the Hard Knock Life had just came out. Yeah. So I was like in that. Of course, Redman. Redman was big that year. Yeah. I felt like Redman found his niche finally because he was like funny but hardcore. Yeah. I said he got it. Because you know before he was just wild. And then when he got there, I said now he's doing it. He's getting $1 million videos. That's good. He rocked it. He was rocking it that year. Puff Daddy too. You know what I mean? 97, that was his year. But he was rocking too though, man. I was jamming to the Victory, all them songs.
But just feel like hip hop like 98 was like the best year.
I would say, I would say it was the best year because everybody was making money that year. You know, Nori was hot. Nori too. There was a lot of acts, man. A lot of rap acts at that time. I was going to the shows too at that time. I was out there. Yeah. I enjoying them. It ain't nothing like those years though.
Yeah, a lot of people tell me that like it was just crazy back in them days. Man.
Crazy, and the performances were Busta Rhymes. He was huge those years. It's huge. But I can't take nothing from what's going on now compared to that. Now it's like they just packing houses though. Yeah. Like it's huge now. Man.
And I feel like it's more like shows. Like it's more like events going on.
Yeah.
Like a lot of like places are starting to realize that we need to have like our own festival and stuff, or like our own like event where we can have artists come in like annually. Yeah, like, I know up in Toronto, they just started doing like their little festival for their city, and it's like I think it's like 3 or 4 years old right now. Shout out to my girl Sheffy. She's from down here, but she went up to Toronto. Oh, shit. She tell me like all the time, like Toronto was like. It's like Miami, but in reverse. And like people really appreciate the music. Yeah. And it's just like,
I've heard that too, man. That they say that it's like Miami.
Yeah. Because it's so diverse.
But in the sense of, you get that love back and all that. It's different out there.
Yeah. Why you think that it's hard down here really to get that love, especially down here in Miami?
I mean, Miami's Miami, man. It's competitive. People are tough out here. I'm from here, so. And people out here, they out here, they hustlers, man. They grind a lot. Everybody's about, getting theirs, you know what I'm saying? So it's tough. It's very, like I said, competitive, man. I mean, compared to, and then New York is around the corner. So with all that things that were popping in New York had like, I felt like a vibe like us, but they were more like the cold. We were the sunshine. You know what I'm saying? And they would come out there over here to rock. Do live shows but I felt like Miami's still young. I was looking at that. You know what I mean? Like when I was in LA, people tell me, "Yo, but Florida's like young compared to us." Like, and I kind of believe that. It's like we're kind of like babies compared to New York and LA. They've been out here. You know what I'm saying? Like those cities been they've been cities. They got
history. You know what I'm saying?
Not as many years as Florida. But I think that eventually Florida is gonna grow. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think Florida, like how like Atlanta, how it is, Atlanta, having a streak in hip hop for about 20 years now.
Yeah.
Do you think that it's because it's more unity up there than it is down here?
Yeah, I would kind of say because the community, I felt like they're smaller out there.
Yeah.
But it is older, I feel too. I've been out there. I go out there a couple times. I went out there for this Rock Nation thing, and I saw. I mean, it's a lot of producers, a lot of great talent. I saw in ATL. You know what I'm saying? And they've been doing music. I think way longer. I think.
Yeah.
Being honest. Like all Outkast and Ludacris and all these guys. I mean, and even before that, I mean. I can't even name
like so many Mob and all
Goody Mob and stuff like that. A lot of artists were coming out there from ATL, and they were there since 78, 80s. You know what I mean? It's just that things didn't really start popping till once the New York thing popped. Then they came in and they just took over after that.
Yeah, I can say that like Miami, we still consider young, especially like. I always felt like, even though Luke came out with the Beatles shaking music, I felt like Trick Daddy and JT Money was like they brought in the hip hop, like the lyrical, like they was telling people about like the struggle in Miami.
Like Trina and
like all of them, like the later on we had the Pitbulls and the Rick Rosses and stuff. So it's just like they show people not just the the women and the beaches and stuff. That shows that we have like these communities down here that we go through a lot of stuff, and like it's just storytelling about the city. You know what I'm saying? So,
and I mean, you can't take that because we were popping out here. We had a lot of big songs out here too, like that with Trina and what was that song? Man.
Yeah.
Those songs were huge, man. Or Luke too. All them songs, and a lot of them songs, they blew up, man. Who else we had out here? We had, Pitbull too. You know what I mean? I remember seeing Pitbull. I used to see him at Telemundo. Go out there a couple times.
My best friend went up to DC, and then he went to the African American Museum up there.
Yeah.
And like they divide like the different like artists who have made impacts in different regions. And Pitbull's actually in the southern region because thought about it, but it's true. Like Pitbull, especially for like for Miami, like in the early to mid 2000s, like I can say mid 2000s, like 04, 05. Like he helped, not only with the Miami community but also with the Latin community.
Yeah, exactly.
That like he was like. Basically saying that us Miami and like the Spanish could rap. You know what I'm saying? He already had Pun and stuff already in Fat Joe, but like he was just like I guess like giving a reminder that like we here.
They're coming from Miami too, We didn't have too many artists. I feel like artists are more coming from Miami now.
Like it's
and even rapping like lyrical like that. I don't say lyrical, but I think Rick Ross,
Rick Ross,
Rick Ross probably has to be like the most rapper that came out with that complex rhyming from Miami. That blew up.
I can never go.
I mean, we were known, they always stereotype over down here for other type of sound, you know what I mean? Like booty shaking, this, that, and dancing with women. But Rick Ross, when you hear him, at first he did come out, you know what I mean? But you hear him now, it's very complex, man. His rhyme style it still has the flavor from here.
Yeah, like
it's good, man. I check his stuff out. I'm like, that's dope, man.
Yeah,
I used to see him too at the parties.
Yeah.
He got the chicken fingers too. I don't know if you've been out there to around the corner, right? Over here.
Yeah, finger licking.
Yeah, finger licking. Yeah, the wing
stop.
stop and stuff. Yeah.
You know, so like a lot of people, you know, like the culture down here in Miami, especially with the strip clubs, like, you know, like I have like my fiance, her family from New York, so
okay.
They were saying like it's so different down south, like it's like I actually have food.
Yeah.
At the strip clubs. I don't know if LA is like that either. I don't know if LA got food.
Oh, I don't think so, man. You know, I went out there. I don't think they ain't got no beer. They ain't got no drinks, man.
Do you think like this is a southern thing that like we actually have food in the strip clubs?
Yeah.
And the food be good.
I think, no. I used to go to the strip club right here in the morning for free breakfast.
Yeah.
So I used to go out there, but. Because in LA they don't have no beer or nothing, so you can't even drink.
Yeah.
And I like it out here because it's freedom. It's more freedom, you know. And the girls are butt naked, you know. Yeah. Over there they not. They're just topless.
I heard
over here it's more freaky, you know what I mean? You got the women butt naked eating too.
Yeah. It's
like freedom. You can do whatever you want. You can drink till, you know, Miami's different. You can stay up till 4 a.m. Parties don't close. Over there, LA's different, man. They close at 1.
Yeah, I even heard New York like that too. Like honestly, like
New York too a bit. Yeah.
They don't really. They clubs don't really stay.
Yeah.
Like, you know how they say that New York is like it never sleeps, but I feel like I always felt Miami was like that. Like,
I see that too. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Right? They say the city don't sleep, but when you go out there, it's kind of like things. They shut down at 11. I'll be out taking the train. I mean, I was there, and I was in New York a couple months ago.
Yeah.
I got family out there, so I go, and it was freezing. I remind you. And I went and got on the train. There was nobody in that train. 10 p.m.
Yeah, like
and I had to go from like Queens to Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Like a bad neighborhood. I was like, damn.
Yeah, LA was like that too, like downtown.
Nobody in that train. I said, what the fuck? Maybe I'm in the worst neighborhood or what? I don't know what, but even Manhattan too. You go out there, things start shutting down already by 12-1. You don't see that much people out there. LA's really, I mean, they go to sleep quick.
Yeah.
My clubs close like at 12:30, man.
Wow.
Yeah, so when you come from over here and you go over there, it's like, damn.
And I'm not even a club person, but just like DJing and stuff.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Put me in the environment, not even club, but just,
even
doing
restaurants.
anything.
Like restaurants over here is open like almost like till like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. The thing over there too, that they start the shows early.
Mm-hmm.
Everything starts at 7 p.m., 8 p.m., and they, like everything, boxing.
Yeah.
Everything starts early. You know what I'm saying? So by the time it's already 11:30, you shut down. Boom. You hang out till like 12:30, I'd say go home after that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But we don't do that. By 11 p.m. is when we start, you know?
Yeah, we start and then like go get something to eat.
That's why I like Vegas.
Vegas like that. That's why I was telling people like
I used to drive to Vegas all the time from LA.
Yeah, people always say like Miami's trying to be New York. Like nah, Miami's trying to be the Vegas of the South. Like they trying to bring in.
Yeah.
Cause think about it, we got a whole bunch of casinos. A lot of people know that, like in Dade and Broward. Like it's a lot of.
They're growing like out there. They got a lot of stuff out there. Mm-hmm. But people in Vegas, they tell me, yo, man, I gotta go to Miami. I've never been out there. So they're like, I gotta get out of here. Same, people, the grass is greener where you from, you know what I'm saying? So they want people out here want to go out there, people over there want to go over there, But I think Vegas is close to Miami when it comes to the party. I mean, as a matter of fact, I'm going to Vegas again in a couple months. I'm gonna go we're renting a penthouse with some friends.
Good,
so I've been out there, like, I used to go all the time, man. I already know Vegas, and I still love it. People in LA go to Vegas to party. Unless you party like in Hollywood, but Hollywood, man, they shut things down.
So before we end the podcast, I got a couple of questions. The first question is, like, who's in your top 5 of all time?
Okay. Top 5 of all time. I got a bunch, but I'll just throw some names out there. So
you ain't gotta put it in the order.
all right, top 5. No groups, right? Solo acts.
No, it could be groups.
It could be groups.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll say I think Jay-Z. I'm talking about as in everything. You know, what they did, success and everything. Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is pretty tricky. Tupac.
Yeah.
I think Tupac did a lot. I think Wu-Tang as a group. I think they're the best.
I feel like
even if you don't like them, when I first heard them, I said this group is gonna be the best.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't even do hits like that, but it was the idea, the business of bringing all the comics and all that stuff to it.
Yeah, like
people loved it and they hate it.
Yeah, and like the artists, each artist, like especially like Ghostface Killer and all that.
Yeah.
They got multiple albums. So
Yeah.
like, it's crazy like how.
Yeah, multiple albums, and you got to think that no group has done that.
Yeah.
And each artist has like multiple albums.
Yeah, and they do
Come on,
movies
man.
and stuff and write. I've been to some.
I mean, if I throw other name of groups, they never did that. So
Yeah.
Wu-Tang has to go as the best. Like they're the Beatles of hip hop. Real talk. You know? And who else we got? We got 2 more, right? Two more. Shit.
So yeah, Jay-Z, Pac, Wu-Tang.
Let me see. Rakim. I think he started a lot. Rakim. And the fifth one, I would say, man, that's a hard one, man. That's a hard one. I don't know, man. I don't even know. LL Cool J, maybe, in the success.
You the first one that said Wu-Tang, Rakim, and LL Cool J.
Yeah.
Why those 3 in particular? I mean, we all know, but like I always like to hear like.
Yeah. I think I threw LL Cool J out there because, you know, even though he did love songs and people hated him for that and he can't rap, but he would still fight back, you know what I'm saying? And he would like try to like, no, I can do this. And he wasn't an MC like, you know, like other artists out there. You know, I listen to a lot of underground hardcore rap, you know what I mean? And you know, we talking about straight hardcore lyricists, it's a different thing. But I'm talking about as an overall, like, dude came from there and then he started doing movies and all that, you know, and he always had hits, man. He always, even with the love songs, he still had hits. I was like, I don't see him too much now because now he's like acting now, right?
Yeah, he's older, like, so you do like CSI.
Yeah, he's older now. He's like 50 years old,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So he don't care about rap no more. But at that time he was. And also I liked him because he always did a lot of remixes, videos. And he used to bring all the artists out. He did the 4-3-2-1. DMX wasn't even out there. He brought him out there.
Yeah,
You know, and then, you know, with the I Shot You,
Yeah.
Foxy Brown. He was always trying to grab him before they pop. He would bring him out.
Yeah, man. LL Cool J to me is one of like the most. I don't want. I guess like in a way he's underrated because you don't understand. Like he was like one of the first artists to really like in hip hop.
Yeah.
To even him, Ice-T, Ice Cube, like they was the first ones to do music, movies, shows. Like, They was like the pioneers of that. Queen Latifah, like people don't realize that if it wasn't really for them, it wouldn't be like Jay-Z doing all this stuff and T.I.'s, Ludacris, like it wouldn't be none of them, man.
And Luda, like you say, he's a teacher of some guys from the 90s, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's into Redman and all that stuff, so.
He was a radio host, so it's
he was a radio host, you're right. He was for ATL.
So it's crazy, man. The last question is, where you see yourself 5 to 10 years from now?
That's a good question. I think 10 years from now, I see myself as a filmmaker doing movies, man. Yeah, I think so. And it's funny because when I was a kid, I said, I want to be a filmmaker, but then it just disappeared. You know what I'm saying? The thought disappeared. I ended up doing comics, and somehow I ended up back into the film. I said, yo, that's crazy. I've been doing film for 5 years only. but you look at my videos and you're like, okay. So I'm thinking, I'm getting into, I'm gonna do the indie film thing. I'm trying to do like 2. I'm getting all that ready.
Yeah.
So I think like 10 years from now, I see myself doing that. And I do scores too.
Yeah.
I play, music and stuff too. So I said, you know what, I can do my own film. I'm a sound mix, sound audio engineer. So
Yo,
I have all the tools.
you ever looked at like doing like original shows for like Netflix, Hulu, and stuff like that, even for like the HBOs?
Yeah. That'd be cool.
We definitely got to talk because I actually want to do a few projects.
Okay.
Like, one of my first ones is like I want to do like a round table.
Yeah.
Let's talk about like hip hop.
Okay.
So like I want to like how Netflix got the different episodes. Like,
Okay.
I don't want like an hour. Like I want to have like maybe 7 episodes.
Oh, that's dope.
Different topics.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
go on from there. So
That's dope, man.
I don't
People
know.
like that. They like
Yeah.
that. They like when people speak their minds, and you know what I'm saying? Have different topics of what's going on.
Yeah.
Now there's so much stuff you see and hear.
Yeah.
You don't even have enough to talk about in 40 minutes. It's like it's so much. You need like 3 hours to talk about
Yeah.
stuff. Because there's so much, on social media. It's like it's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. That's why I see myself,
That's what's up.
doing a film.
That's what's up. You got any shout outs before we close it up?
Yeah, man. I just want to shout out, man. I just want to shout out all my peoples in South Florida, man. All the lyricists out there, man. Keep rhyming, man. This is Warnutz the Loser. Like I've been telling y'all who spoke to me. Y'all know I'm gonna do this film. I'm gonna do this soundtrack. I'm gonna produce it, and I want all y'all in there. And we're gonna do videos for them too. So get ready when I hit you up.
Yeah,
Peace.
you can hit me up. Before, quick question. How did you come up with that name?
Warnutz. I've always been a delivery guy.
Yeah.
So I was a mailman,
Yeah.
and I used to deliver to the street called Walnut Street.
Yeah.
So, and I watch a lot of war movies. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I just changed that L to an R. Warnutz. I said, damn, that sounds creative, man.
Yeah.
This was I'm talking about. This was way back. I've had this name for 20 years. So I said, boom, Warnutz. Somehow I kept the name right there, and I've kept it all ever since. Never changed it. And then of course the Loser was just people messing with me, because at times there was a time I kept losing jobs. I was losing this, losing that, blah 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 blah. And then the people would just, as a joke, yo, you're a loser, man. And then it's looking at it like a comic book. Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man. I put Warnutz the Loser. You know what I mean? So I always drew it like that, like a comic book.
Yeah,
that's why. And it stuck with it. I said, yo, that's I like that. You know what I'm saying?
You never know. That sound like a superhero name.
Yeah.
Doing it like that, man. So, I appreciate you coming on the show, man.
Yeah, appreciate you having me, man.
Giving me that knowledge.
Yeah.
I just love just talking
Yeah.
to people, that's older.
Okay.
That seen
Gotcha.
everything.
Gotcha. I appreciate you having me out here, man. Keep doing your thing too, man.
Appreciate it, man.
And it's good, we talking about good topics out here, you know what I mean? Hip hop and what it's really about, because people forget that all this stuff that's popping really was from MCing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, of course, DJing and
DJing
graffiti and
and
all
stuff,
that, break beats, and we can go on and on. But we're talking about rhyming.
The
People don't get it, but I got people that know me, man. It's all about bars, man.
Yeah, because y'all don't
Bars, man. We have beats and all that,
Yeah.
visuals, but bars, man. Bars is what carries, man.
Y'all don't want to tell the story and stuff like that.
Yeah, man. So
But
props to everybody, man. Props to all they think 80 million K and all that. So dudes are getting mad hits.
Yeah.
They young too, man.
Yeah. Well, this be your boy DJ Anonymous with Sports Biz Music Podcast, episode 47 with Warnutz, the Loser, and we out.
Peace.
That was dope. So you really working